So we're hunting this and that, and then Mike Vanez, he's the cameraman at the time. Here comes a buck. He goes, David, here comes a nice buck. And I'm looking at it, and I was like, he's too small. He's tall, but he's not wide. But he's mature buck. Yeah. And he's like, no. He's telling me, that's a good buck. Shoot that buck. And I'm like, Mike, he's too small. And he's looking at me like, dude, that's a good first buck. You know, this is my very first time hunting with a bow in a tree stand, right? In Indiana, and I'm like, we went back and forth maybe 4 times. Yeah. And I'm like, he's too small. He says, trust me. He's telling me, trust me, shoot that buck. Okay. So you want me to shoot him? I shoot him. He goes, shoot him. So I drew back. He was 35 yards. I drew back and he got behind a tree. So I had no shot and I'm waiting. He goes, wait. I said, I have no shot. So I had to let off. I let off and he stays behind the tree. He's chasing does. Stays behind the tree, stays, and then he takes off. Never gave me a shot because he was behind trees and branches. I was like, all right, well, it is what it is. I didn't want to shoot him anyways because he's too small.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the show. Another way you can support us is to visit our website at www.americanarcheryandbowhunting.com. On our website, you'll find blog posts, link to our social media and podcast. You'll also find some really cool merch like this American Archery and Bowhunting t-shirt. We also have caps, mugs, and different types of merchandise we'll be adding along the way. So go check us out at www.americanarcheryandbowhunting.com. Let's get back to the show.
So we would go back, we look at the video, and Chuck looks at the video. He's like, dude, why didn't you shoot that buck? He's like, he's too small. He said, if you would have shot him when he told you to shoot, I said, he's too small. All right. Okay, fine. David didn't want to shoot him. It was too small. Yeah. So, I didn't get to shoot. I shot a doe. You have a tag. I shot a doe that trip. And back then I was only going for 3 days. So second year comes along, I go back there again, and I'm at the Big Ten stand, same property, and I'm setting up early in the morning. I'm setting up, and I feel a deer walking under me, and it's like right before daybreak. So I stop, and you can just feel the deer coming through, walking through, goes through. I finish setting up and everything. I look back, and there's a buck back behind me, about 100 yards out, tall, big, mature, real thin. Like a basket, like that. And I was like, he walks back underneath me, 15 yards underneath me. I take a picture. And I send it to Chuck, and he's like, dude, why didn't you shoot that buck? And I was like, he's too small.
It's not legal.
Yeah, that's exactly. He goes, he's too small. So we go back, and he looks at the picture, and then Mike's there too. Dude, what's wrong with that buck? He's like, he's too small. He's not big enough. Dude, what are you trying to kill, a monster out here? He goes, no, doesn't it have to be 13-inch spray? He goes, man, you're in Indiana. You can shoot whatever you want. I was like, well, thanks for telling me. The first 2 years I could have had a buck, my first 2 years out there. But anyways, funny, I just thought I'd share that because it's like my first 2, that's why going to somewhere where you're not familiar with, you ask these questions. And I was a big, rookie bow hunter. I didn't know. Yeah. I'm thinking, I'm still in Texas. He never told me. I never asked. So I'm, my first 2 years, I missed out on bucks out there. They were really nice bucks. So anyway, I stopped flying over there because of carrying the bow, and the case, and they gave me a big, they gave me a hard time at the airline because I had my bow case and I had clothes in it. And they're like, oh, this is only supposed to be for a weapon, take your clothes out. I was like, I got nowhere else to put it. Yeah. It's 50 pounds is 50 pounds. But anyway, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to drive from now on. It's a 14.5-hour drive. I stop halfway, drive about 8-9 hours, and then do the rest. And so anyways, I go up there by myself when you're nobody in the cabin. I'm by myself in Indiana.